Welcome to my YouTube channel. I just briefly want to go over my short trip in Cartagena. I was only there for about a week, Monday to Monday, so let's say about 8 days. And this is just a few things that you might want to be aware of before you travel, guys. Just trying to help you out on your vacation. Some things I wish I would have known before I went there. Overall, it was good though. Now, the first thing I want to cover is the destination, how to get there. I went on Hopper to buy my tickets, and I'm not sure if you guys know about Hopper. There's also Priceline. I think there's Travelocity. There's a few other sites. But in my experience, Hopper has the overall best prices most of the time. I think I took Avianca there, and then I took American Airlines back. So, yeah, there's a little mix of flights. A lot of times you have to book a one-way and a one-way. But yeah, make sure you check out Hopper. A lot of times Hopper also lets you delay your flight. If you need to change it to a later date, they let you do it. Now, as far as where you want to stay, a lot of people stay in hotels. Check out the El Centro area, the Boca Grande area. Those are my two recommendations because those are the touristy areas that tend to be safe, a lot safer than the areas that are more inland. So you'll find a lot of tourists in these two areas. Now, I'm not saying that they're completely safe, but I'm saying overall, if you exercise common sense, you should be good. Now, for accommodations, I prefer Airbnb. Airbnb most of the times because you can have guests if you want to have people over for whatever it is you want to get into. That's your business. But you want to check out the guest policies. Hotels are definitely a lot more strict than Airbnbs. And I have a story about my Airbnb, a funny story. It's really not funny though. So I'll say this much. So I book my Airbnb, right? About 3 months earlier with my homie. I get there first. His flight comes a few hours after mine. I get there, I show up. It's a business. It's not an apartment complex. It's a business. So apparently I found out that I got scammed. I didn't even know this was possible on Airbnb. So I'm sitting here blowing up the host. He's not responding, sending him messages on the Airbnb app. Eventually he responds with some crazy message talking about the guy who was supposed to bring me the keys to open up the door got in a car accident, and he starts sending me pictures of a car accident on WhatsApp because we had messaged on WhatsApp before as well. So I'm pissed. I'm in a foreign country. They speak Spanish, completely different language. Of course, I've been working on my Spanish, so I'm 50-50 on that. But the point is this: I don't know what's going on. And I'm by myself at this time. I'm a grown man, so it's cool, but I'm frustrated. Then I call Airbnb, right? Airbnb, get on the phone with them. The whole situation is stressful. I'm standing outside this hotel for like 3 hours. My homie's flight got delayed, so he doesn't even know what's going on because he's on the flight. He can't take calls. So I ended up booking the hotel room for a night. And Airbnb does give me my refund. I give this dude a horrible review, tell people not to stay there. And I might give you the address of where it is in the description later, or give you the guy's name. But you need to watch out for this stuff. And this is how you do it. Look for places that have over a 4.0 rating on Airbnb. Don't ever book anything that has a less than a 4.0 rating. And you want to make sure they have at least 5 reviews. I don't care if they say they're new, don't go with it. Do not take the chance. Preferably book with a superhost. Those are the 2 mistakes I made. He had no reviews, and I think it was beneath a 4.0 rating. Terrible. I wasn't thinking because I thought the security measures were a little bit better, but protect yourself. So, homie comes. You know what I'm saying? We stressed out. It's okay. He said, all right, we got our money back. We book another Airbnb for the next day. Then, come to find out, this Airbnb don't have the AC and the pictures don't even match the description. So I moved there. Now I'm stressed out again. Long story short, I ended up getting most of the money back on that one. They only charged me for, let's say, 2 days, give me back the other 5 days which I had booked. Then we moved into a third Airbnb the third day. So needless to say, the first 2 days of the vacation were completely just gone, which was a whole nother story. It was annoying, but we got past it. Now back to the things that you need to know. That's just a warning. Make sure those qualifications are there for the Airbnb. Over a 4.0 rating and at least 5 reviews, preferably a super host. And you want to make sure that you ask them about guests. Now, that was in Boca Grande, the first 2 spots. The third spot I ended up staying in was in Gethsemane in El Centro, which is another good area. Old Town, where you have all the historic monuments of the city. This is where most of the tours are, the restaurants, the bars, the clubs. The nightlife is really here. There's stuff in Boca Grande too, but Boca Grande is mostly hotels and apartment complexes, high end, and mostly just living areas. Now, so you got where you want to stay down. Now we get to the food. Food in Cartagena is amazing. It's way more authentic than most places I've been in. Even in America, it tastes like there's no GMOs in that joint. Trust me. There's so many spots. I don't remember all the names, but I went to this really dope breakfast spot. It was called the Libertario Coffee Roasters in Gethsemane, right by my Airbnb. Make sure you check it out. Libertario Coffee Roasters. I think they got a 4.8 out of 5 star rating, over 300 reviews. Dope spot. There's corner stores like on every street out there, so you can get water, you can get drinks, snacks, whatever you need, and they're open late as well. Now, I went to this other place, Sophia Rooftop. So 2 places, Sophia and the Movich Hotel, both have rooftops where they have great food, excellent views, and see the entire downtown area of El Centro. And make sure you check them out. Great food, great prices. Remember, the exchange rate for the American dollar is about 4.6% last time I was there. So you're gonna get the food at a fraction of the cost. Also, speaking of which, there's exchange places in El Centro. In the Gethsemane area, I saw at least about 3 of them. I would advise you go with somebody, always make sure someone's watching your back. I'm not saying anything bad is gonna happen, but you're in another country, you just wanna practice common sense. Don't flash your money, and just be wise about how you pull out your money. You know, I never pulled out all my cash at the same time. Made sure I had maybe like 100 on me a day in their money, which would be 400 mil pesos. I never carried all my money at one time, and you just want to be smart, guys. Now, as far as the tours, there's a lot of things to do. A lot of people are going to tell you to go to the beach. You can go to Hollywood Beach. That's what they call it out there. If you do want to talk to girls, because there's a lot of regular girls too that you can talk to, and they're not adverse to using the translator. You can use a translator to talk to a regular girl and take her out for lunch. Remember, it's cheap in US dollars. Drinks may cost you like $5 depending on the place you're going. In US currency, you convert that, that's about 20,000 pesos, a little bit more, maybe 25,000 pesos. So they have Hollywood Beach. Now I would say check it out. I didn't get a chance to check it out because remember what I said about my Airbnb situation. Now they have Chalon. This is a dope spot, which I also didn't get to check out, but I'm gonna put the link in the description. I'm definitely gonna go next time. It's where they have another island. They have like a day party there, right? They throw a day party. They have food, drinks, boats, all types of things, and it's just a good time. I definitely say check it out. I'm gonna check it out the next time I'm there. They have a tour guide. I'll put the link in the description. This dude Alfonso, I also didn't get time to do that, but he gives you a walking tour around the city. I kind of did my own thing on that because I ended up meeting some cool guys from the US. We were just hanging out. A lot of stuff I did was in the night because I didn't realize that you have to kind of balance it out. You can't go 100% during the day and 100% at night. You kind of have to pick one, or you got to stay for at least 2 weeks and split the difference. I was only there for 1 week, so I couldn't do both. So most of my stuff I did was at night. But hit up Alfonso. I think the day tour it's not going to be that expensive, and they have different lengths at different times during the day. What I did do was the sunset tour. This is a boat tour that takes you around the water docks where you can see the city. You can see Boca Grande, El Centro, different parts of the city. It's about an hour and a half long. Doesn't cost that much. I think it's 80,000 pesos, which comes out to about like $20. You know, good deal. You can do it at sunset or later on during the night. I ended up going during the night because I was busy during the day. But I advise doing it the 6 o'clock one. Be there. You want to be there. I think it's around 5 o'clock. But I'll put the information in the description. Great place to take a date, guys. You meet a Colombian girl. It's only $20 for you, which is 80 mil pesos. 80 mil pesos for her, or 80,000 pesos for you and her, which is about $20 a piece. That's 40 bucks for a really nice boat ride. You take her out there. It's unlimited drinks if you drink. If not, they have non-alcoholic beverages as well. Now, for other things you can do, this is dope. They got jet skis out there in this island called Punta Arenas. Now you get there by going to Boca Grande, by the Hilton Hotel. There's a port, and the port is called El Laguito Boat Transportation. You can catch the boat from that port to Punta Arenas. It's also not expensive. I'm not sure how much the jet skis are, but one of my homeboys was out there with his girl, and the thing is, you want to do it in the morning. And like I said, I wasn't up in the mornings. I just wasn't up in the mornings, but it's something that I'm definitely going to do on my next trip. There's so much to do, so little time. You got to stay out there longer. They got helicopter tours. I'll put that in the description. I didn't do that. That's a little bit more pricey. I'm not going to lie. It's going to run you. There's some for 100. There's some for 2. Those are going to run you. You got to have your money right to do that. But it looks like it's worth it. Now, let's go to nightlife. What I was mostly doing. They have, let's say, the hottest hip hop club where you can see a lot of Americans, especially a lot of black folks in there. Like any club you would go to in Miami that's just hip hop, or LA or New York, it's called Delirium. Then they have one that's more Latin called Dulce, and then they have Space. Space is kind of a mixture. I would say it's techno as well. But those seem to be the 3 most popping clubs in downtown and the El Centro area. And just be safe out there. Preferably, you want to be with people that you trust. Now, if you by yourself and you can get down like that, you already know. Watch your back, watch your pockets. A lot of kids out there are pickpockets as well, but then there's a lot of kids that are real sweet kids. You feel sorry for them. Sometimes you want to give them $1 or something like that. Just be smart about how you pull out your money. I gave out some money to kids as well, but I had pre-planned it, so I had a couple dollars that I already had in my hand for them, It was just something nice to do. See the smile on their face. So the club scene is cool. If you want to do bottle service, it's not that much. It might be, come out to maybe $100 for bottle service. 100 to 200, 150. So let's say 100 to 150 for a good bottle. And you have a section, and you can feel like a boss. It's not bad at all. If you drink and you want to do the club scene, of course it's something that you should be able to afford. I also went to other bars. I would call them lounges. At the clock tower, there's a rooftop lounge that's really nice. It's at the top floor of the clock tower. Then there's a bunch of local bars and lounges in the Gethsemane area, also by where the money exchanges are. At night, you'll see a lot of tourists from different areas, and you can talk to people. A lot of them do speak English. You'll see a lot of people from the UK out there. I met some people from London. It's cool. It's a melting pot. It's very eclectic as well. You get that old feel of the city of Cartagena, and it just feels vintage, right? Which is, to me, was really cool. Take great pictures, great photos, make it a movie. And I would say this much: there's also another spot called Tulum, which is electro music, but it's a lot of locals that live in Cartagena, not too many tourists. You can also check that spot out. Use your translator, learn the language, immerse yourself in the culture. In Colombia and Cartagena, they have a beautiful culture, a lot of Afro-Latinas. Man, I met so many good people out there. Young guys that had their own boat businesses. I got, a lot of contacts now. I met, dudes that own businesses out there that were running their own Airbnbs, that were down to hook me up when I come back, give me a discounted rate. And it's just good people. So I would say just be genuine. Don't take advantage of anybody. Just, treat people how you want to be treated out there. And yeah, people say it's a third world country, but honestly, in the city, it doesn't even really feel like it. It feels normal to me. The food tastes better. The people are generally nicer, more welcoming than a lot of places in the U.S. that I've been to personally. I say just be safe, especially at nighttime. Stay away from the dark alleys. Tuck your jewelry in, and just be smart. Same things you would do in an alley here, whether you're in Miami, LA, wherever. And just use common sense with these things. And I would say this lastly: you want to stay as long as you can. And if you can't, you can go back and experience as much as you can. Because in a week, like for me, I didn't get to get a full picture of Cartagena and everything that it had to offer. And the little bit I did get was enough. It was an appetizer that made me just want to go back. And y'all need to check it out for yourselves. Again, those are the few things that I have to say about my trip. I'll be back. I'm going to make a part 2, and it's going to be way more live, way more day activities, way more water, sports, jet skis, boats, tours. I'm going to go to Chalon next time. I might do a helicopter ride, and who knows? I might interview some Colombians next time, preferably, because hopefully I will be completely fluent in Spanish by then. All right, y'all. That's the video.